So, guys, welcome back to BCM Breaking News. So, still on this case that Wike displaced 10,000 people and built house for judges, even gifting them cars. So, Falana took this personal, like he's not even happy at all. Falana said he cannot build house for judges and even give them cars. That he has no right to do that, and then he has no right to order for demolition of people's houses. Imagine displacing 10,000 people without even plans of relocating them to another place, guys. This is the same person that said he doesn't want beggars on the streets. These people that he displaced, where did he want them to go to? Obviously, they will be in the streets, begging for money. Guys, just take a look at this video where Falana said a lot of things about Wiki. Guys, take a look.
There are demolition, and the minister of the FCT has said he will continue to demolish those shanties. There are those who are alleging that maybe he's demolishing them to gift it out to his friends. And he has said that how can the government look on when illegality goes on? That these places are not meant for these shanties. And I know that in Lagos, Mr. Falana, you and some civil rights activists have fought for the right of shanty dwellers to say they have rights under the law. But in this sense, is it a matter of illegality versus illegality, or a matter of how do you describe what is going on?
If the guys in government, the public officers are prepared to comply with the provisions of the Constitution and other relevant laws, who have this embarrassing situation where a man goes to work, the children are in school, bulldozers are sent to their house, and the building is brought down. No, it's primitive.
They said they gave them,
and it's alien
notices.
It's alien to the Urban and Regional Planning Act applicable in the FCT. The minister cannot, under the law, order the demolition of a house. No. If a house has breached the law, that is the physical, the Urban and Regional Planning law, a case will be taken to the Urban and Regional Board. If the owner of the property loses in that board, there is a tribunal, Urban and Regional Tribunal.
Does it apply to the FCT?
Of course, I'm talking of the FCT. If you lose there, you have the right to go to the High Court as an appellate chamber. That is the law today. It is that tribunal or the High Court that will now give an order, go and demolish the house. This is the law. Now, look at the contradictions. It's like the governor of Kaduna State or Zamfara State or Cross Rivers or Lagos coming to give judges, federal judges, houses in Abuja. No. The minister of the Federal Capital Territory operates like a state governor by virtue of Section 299 of the Constitution. So he cannot say, I'm going to build 40 houses. 10 shall go to the Federal Court, 10 shall go to judges in the FCTI Court, and 10 shall go to the Court of Appeal and Supreme. No! No! Because you are a minister of the federal government, like a state governor. So your budget is limited to all the affairs of the FCT, Federal Capital Territory. So you cannot, as the head of the FCT, be dishing out gifts, cars, and houses to judges in the Federal High Court, in the Court of Appeal, and the Supreme Court. That's number one. Number two, you have cases before these courts on the theory of equality before the law, you cannot be seen to be giving cars or houses to judges who are going to determine your cases. And that is why the autonomy of the judiciary has now been constitutionalized. I do recall that last year, in 2024, what was initially budgeted for the judiciary was 160 billion. But when the National Assembly was convinced that you will need houses for judges, you will need cars for judges, and so on and so forth, the budget was increased to 345 billion naira.
Almost double.
So we have no business, our judges have no business, cap in hand, going to the executive to buy cars and houses for them. So we must now try to operate under the law.
So guys, you heard what Femi Falana said. He said Wike doesn't have the right to demolish people's houses, and even at all he wanted to develop in that area, in that Shanti area, I think it was Ruga community. Even at all he wanted to develop that area, that he would have, made plans on how to relocate them to another side, or rather go to the high court. And then it's the high court that will, give permission or order that they should go ahead with the demolition, and not coming to, use his power to demolish people's houses. Now, these people don't have houses, about 10,000 people, even children. And then Wike came out to say that, he did this just to protect people living in Abuja. Wow. Imagine what Wike is saying, that he actually demolished people's houses to protect people in Abuja. That he's just doing it for security purposes. So displacing people is protecting people. These people that you displaced, where do you want them to go to? Do you have to go to the streets? And then they'll be desperate to get a shelter. Then they will not start involving themselves in all sorts of crimes. Is that the way you're protecting people in Abuja? You're actually increasing matters. You're actually making insecurity worse. Imagine him displacing 10,000 people and then giving judges house, building houses for judges, and then gifting them cars. What do you say of that kind of man? There is no sense in this thing at all. Displacing over 10,000 people, and then you're saying you want to give the judges houses, you want to build house for them, you want to give them cars. That is why I said in this country we have two countries, one for the poor, one for the rich. Because you cannot use your power to come and oppress and intimidate the poor, and then for the rich you treat them well. So these people you displace, where do you want them to go to? This is inhuman. This is inhuman. This is an act of wickedness. Now, coming down to the fact that he gave judges houses and then gives them car, Wike earlier gave his reasons, for doing so. He said he did so because it is not his policy, that is Tinubu's policy, that he's just an implementer, that he just implemented Tinubu's policy. And then the National Assembly approved it, and the President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, also approved it. So he said people should stop dragging him for what he did, and by so doing that he was fighting independence in judiciary. He said if the judges have a house, that they will not be influenced. If the judges have a car, that they will not be influenced. Many Nigerians has come out to say he's just saying this thing for saying that all he wants to do is just to pocket the judiciary. And this same court, the appeal court, federal court, and Supreme Court, this same court, he has a case with them, and it's the same judges that he gave house and also gave cars. It's the same judges that will look into his case, that will tame him. Imagine, guys, just like Femi Falana said, inequality before the law, Wike is not supposed to be seen building houses for judges and gifting them cars. You have a case with them, and these are the same judges that will look into your case. So you're not supposed to give them houses or give them cars. Wike is the FCT minister. He also acts as a state governor. It's just like Femi Falana said. It's just like the governor of Kaduna or the governor of Akwa Ibom going to give judges cars. It doesn't make sense. So guys, that'll be it for now. Drop a comment under the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on this, and hit the subscribe button if this is the first time you're coming across BCM breaking news, and don't forget to like and share this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.